Hey, what's up, guys? Zima here. You know what's going on, Halo Reach. And this commentary today, it's on the arena I'm playing, and right in the lobby, one of my teammates quit out. So I was like, the Rebirth, this pretty small map. I was like, my team, we're gonna get totally destroyed by these guys because they can just team shot us from across the map, and it's really gonna end up being bad for us. But really, in the end, it was actually pretty good because me and my team, we work together. Now, I do pretty good in this commentary. I get a lot of kills and I get a lot of assists because me and my teammates, we work as a well-oiled machine, I guess you could say. But basically, I just want to talk a little bit about teamwork in this commentary because that's the whole point. It's really emphasis on teamwork. And basically, I like to think that there's two different kinds of teamwork. And the first one is on one I'm sure that every single one of you guys know about, and it's the one that all you guys practice with your buddies when you're just playing Halo Reach. It's just called communicative teamwork. You just play communication. And that's pretty much just like it's your best choice if you're playing if it's available, that's what you want to do is you want to play by speaking. You want to tell positions, enemy locations, where you died, what weapons the other teammate has, and you want to just like keep your teammates aware so that way you can win. And I know everyone who watches this video knows about this teamwork and has practiced it pretty much. And it's easiest to do it with people like your buddies. You can do it with random people, but there's not always a chance that they're gonna have their microphone, and they don't always have a chance that they're gonna talk to you back, even if they have their microphone plugged in. That happens a lot too for some reason. But the best way to win games is if you're in that position where you can communicate with your team and you can just tell them exactly what you're thinking. But that being said, I know a lot of you guys don't really play with full teams all the time. You really can't communicate. So that brings me really to the second kind of teamwork I'm going to talk about, which is the main kind of teamwork I want to talk about in this commentary, which is something I like to call psychological teamwork. Now, psychological teamwork, it's a pretty fancy word. Sounds a little intimidating, I think. But it's the best alternative if you can't communicate with your team. It's way better than just running around the map like a chicken with your head cut off, shooting whoever comes your way, and then getting one kill and then dying. That doesn't help your team at all. You're actually being pretty useless to your team. Because if you just die and get a kill, then it doesn't really advance the game much. But anyway, psychological teamwork is basically reading the actions of your teammates and predicting what your teammates are going to do. Now, that may sound pretty confusing, but let me give you a little example. If one of your teammates just picked up the rockets, say the rockets just spawned, what do you think he's going to do with those rockets? He's probably going to try to push into the enemy base and kill the enemy team with the rockets. Now, if he doesn't have a microphone, how is he supposed to communicate that with your teammates? Well, if you know that the rockets spawn every 3 minutes, and if you don't know that, well, the rockets spawn every 3 minutes after you pick them up. But anyway, the rockets spawn every 3 minutes, and if you see that your teammate just picked up the rockets and it's that 3 minute mark, you're like, he's probably gonna push into the enemy base. You're like, maybe I should help him instead of sitting back in my base. And that's basically the simplest example of psychological teamwork I can give to you guys, is predicting the thoughts of your teammates and working on it. Now, in this gameplay, you'll see me rush sometimes, you'll see me fall back a lot. And that's because, really, it may not seem like it, but I'm being aware of my teammates' positions at all times. The little arrows, there's arrows pointing to your teammates. Like you can see right now, there's that 2 arrows. The orange one that shows that my teammate is getting shot over there, and the yellow one which shows that my teammate is shooting. He's right next to me. But basically, from that information, I can gather that my one teammate on the other side of the map is getting shot at by one guy, and then my other teammate is over here shooting with me. So that means that there is another guy on the other side of the map, and they're pushing from the other side of the map, which that guy just did. And me and my other teammate, when the other teammate respawned, the 3 of us just took him out. So basically, it's not something that you just pick up overnight. You're like, okay, I learned psychological teamwork today, and now I'm going to implement it, and I'm going to win every game. It's not that simple. It takes a ton of practice. it's awareness, really. You really want to be aware of your settings, and you want to be aware of what your teammates are doing if you can't communicate with them. And another thing I want to talk about is when you're working on this communicative teamwork, you're starting to, or this psychological teamwork rather, and you're starting to practice it. It can be a little frustrating. Like right now, I have good teammates. Like my teammates are they're skillful. I want to say this is the arena, and they're a pretty skillful class of guys. So they're really not that like noobish. So I really can get better in tune with what they're thinking. But when you're just starting out, you're playing with people who aren't really that good at the game. It'll be kind of frustrating when they don't do what you want them to do, and you just kind of like get frustrated and rush up and just die again. But that's really not what you want to do. You want to just stay back. You want to look at your teammate. You want to observe. You want to push with them. You want to stay. You want to fall back with them, and you really want to just stay attuned to what is going on in the game, what is going on with your teammates, and that is the best way to communicate when you don't have a microphone. It's way better than just running around. So I really want you guys to try to, if you're really struggling with this, you don't really have a mic for some reason, you know, you lost it, it broke or whatever, try communicative team, or try psychological teamwork, see how it works for you. Thank you for watching, guys. If you liked the video, like it, favorite it, you know, subscribe. That would be awesome. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.